Hello YouTube, this is JR coming to you out of just outside of Moal, Philippines, and decided to go ahead and try to pop out my first full-size video here. The funny part is I have no idea how to edit any of this, so we got to kind of run through it all at once here. Um, who am I? Where am I from? Um, haven't figured out who I am just yet, but anyways, I'm from the United States, born and raised in California, lived in Las Vegas, Nevada for 10 years, lived in Alabama, just outside of Mobile, Alabama, for about 7 years. As far as uh, my past work history is concerned, graduated high school, went straight into the Marine Corps when I turned 18. Was in almost 5 years, got out, tried a little bit of city college in Fresno, did that for about a year. Wasn't my thing, for several factors, several reasons. And so one of the reasons was I was offered a good job at a company that I stayed with for about 10 years and worked my way up to a corporate manager in Henderson, Nevada, which is just outside Las Vegas. Telecommunications company, one of the largest in the world. And from there, I resigned after about 10 years, and then I became a truck driver. And I was a truck driver for about 17 years approximately. Excuse me. I still have my CDL license, but of course I don't use it. So anyways, I retired truck driving and just wanted to spend a little bit more time at home, and went and bought a car and Toyota RAV4, became a share driver for Uber and Lyft. Did that for a few years before actually fully retiring, coming to the Philippines. Been coming to the Philippines off and on for the last approximate 10 years, and it has been quite a journey. Won't go into any kind of relationships or any of that right now, but I'm sure all that stuff's going to come up in the future anyways. But the reason why, there's several reasons why I started this YouTube is, number one, while I'm here, I mean, I got a lot of time on my hands. I stay here at the house quite a bit. By the way, I live in a city called, little town, I should say, called Ronda. It's basically, it's on the island of Cebu, and it's like right in the middle of Cebu, but on the west side, right on the ocean. So, anyways, Ronda's about 20 to 30 minute drive outside of Moal. Beautiful place if you like the ocean type of scenery. And anyways, getting back to what I was talking about, got a lot of time on my hands, and while I was share driving, many people, I was telling them my plans basically to move to the Philippines. It seemed to interest people quite a bit. And believe it or not, it interested people young and old, and they would always say, you should start a YouTube channel. And I was like, YouTube channel? Why would I do that? You know, I'm retired and blah, blah, blah. But anyways, long story short, came over here, got a lot of time on my hands, and I even started watching YouTube videos when I was in America before I come to the Philippines. So quite interesting, especially, you know, concerning the Philippines, because I knew that's where I was getting ready to head back to anyways, eventually. And so here I am, got a lot of time on my hands, and it's always on the back of my mind. Maybe I should start a YouTube channel, you know, just as a hobby, just for something to do, you know. And it'll document, you know, some of the things that I'm doing here, tell the story, and leave it on to my kids or what have you. So, anyways, I'm sitting here, I'm watching YouTube about a week ago. As you see, I'm brand new. I don't even think my first video has been out 1 week yet. They're all short so far except for this one. But anyway, I'm sitting there, I'm like, let me give this a shot. So I gave it a shot. Now I got a few shorts out, and actually I find it quite fun, quite interesting, And you're probably the next question is, well, there's a lot of vloggers over there with, I can look up all the information on what I need to do to go over there, and you're exactly right. You can, and that's basically what I did. But what I've been seeing lately on YouTube is just the other day I was watching a vlogger on there on a live, and there was one gentleman that kept asking him questions over and over and over. Not the same question, different questions. And you can tell that he just really needed a little affirmation or somebody to talk to help him make the decision to finally pull the trigger to come over here. He basically, you could tell, had made up his mind, but he was just afraid to take that last step, and sometimes all it takes is just to talk to somebody, or especially somebody that's already been through the process and is already where you're going. And that's basically the main audience that I'm speaking to, and you can come here. If, like with myself, I'm on a fixed income, and I can't go out every night, do this, do that, but I see a lot of these guys on here that have Social Security, have disability or military pensions, or what have you. They're on a fixed income, and they're wondering. I think in the back of their mind they're wondering, can I do it with this amount of money? Can I do it with that amount of money? And the answer is, it really depends on your lifestyle, and this is going to come up over and over and over. I mean, so it comes down to you making the final decision on how bad you want it. How bad you want it. How bad do you want to come over here and possibly change your life? Possibly find your peace in your life. Possibly have the freedom that you've always wanted. Get away from the political toxicity in America. Yesterday a political activist got shot and killed at a Utah college campus. I mean, it's terrible. And excuse me, kind of getting over something there. It's terrible, how bad it's gone in America. I mean, it's gotten really bad. I told a story on my last short that I put out about me and my friend. 35 years ago, 34. I think it's 34 to be exact, but it doesn't really matter. We never talked about politics, but this time when I met up with him, several times, 3, 4 times, and all he wanted to do is talk about politics. So it's just something I'm just not interested in. It seems like every time that you get into discussion of politics, of course, especially if somebody doesn't believe exactly the way you believe, it ruins friendships, it ruins relationships, it ruins family. Family members disown you. I mean, you name it, it gets really bad. But and I'll say it again, just like I said it on my last video short here, is I am not interested excuse me, in talking about politics on this channel. And that's part of the reason, not only me, but you'll hear a lot of people that are interviewed or what have you on YouTube. I mean, it's not the main reason, that people come over here to find their peace, or whatever reason they have, the cost of living, because yes, and I just touched on that very briefly, but we can get into that in more depth, if you choose. You can even chat with me on here. I have no problem with that whatsoever, especially right now, being new on here. I just still got plenty of time, so don't be afraid to hit me up on here. Oh, before I forget, I've never said this on any of my prior videos I put out, but don't forget to like and subscribe. Sorry, I had to put that in there. Keep forgetting about that. But anyways, getting back to it, it's just the toxicity in America is basically almost past the point of being toxic to being just completely just gone into insanity. So, people, men and women, that decide to come over here for whatever reason, that they're coming over. Like I said, cost of living, tons of guys, let's be real with it, come over here because of relationships, girls that they meet, and or they want a more traditional woman, and or they're interested in younger women. Where in America, even I'll speak for myself. I'm 57 years old. I go over there. I'm completely invisible. Absolutely, especially to the younger crowd. To me, younger crowd, 30s, 40s, even. I'm being 57 years old. So, anyways, there's a lot of reasons. I came here to find my peace. Try to find my happiness as much as possible. No place is perfect by any means, but my advice to you is, do the research on YouTube. There's tons of information, tons of information. If you want to reach out to me, that's fine too. I don't have all the answers, but hey, I could probably help you out quite a bit in organizing, step by step, so the move wouldn't be, that scary for you, opposed to not having everything in line, so. Excuse me. So, getting back to the point is, so all the men and women, for whatever reason, that want to change their life in whatever way, again, cost of living, find their happiness, find their peace, want to live in paradise for so much less than they would, in the West. And you coming from America, I mean, I went over there and the prices of things just blew my mind. I came back here, I was like, oh, back to normal. You can live on so much less over here with a lot better quality of life. Again, it's not for everybody, but here's my advice. I meant to say it a while ago, but here's my advice. And it's the same advice you'll hear from a lot of people, and it's true. Don't sell everything, come over here, and just hope everything works out for you. No, take a vacation. Take 7 days, 10 days, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months. The longer the better. Come over here, fill it out, test the water, and if it don't work out for you, great. Try another place. Or you could go back home and continue on doing what you're doing. But basically, hit me up if you have any questions. I honestly have quite a bit of time on my hands right now, so hit me up if you have any questions that are not being covered. There are a lot of subject matter that I've noticed that a lot of these guys talk about, and mainly guys, but guys and women on YouTube talk about, but they don't cover in depth, not to make things complicated. Excuse me, because that's not what you want to do. You want to keep everything simple, and that's the whole key to everything. Seems like keep it simple, KISS. Yeah. But anyways, I'll let you guys go. I don't want to keep dragging on. I hope I covered just about all the areas I wanted to, but I just want to introduce myself, give you a little bit of my background, and explain exactly what my message is to all of you. And I appreciate your time. You guys take care. Bye.